What is this? What is this?
Creators who have a history with gacha games of their own even before Genshin Impact was a thing.
What is this? Let's just watch from the beginning. What is this?
Psycho, aka Toy Sniper 98, but you can just call me Tuhu, and I am the god of gacha games.
I mean, Toho Sniper does play a ridiculous amount of gacha games. And I don't think he got any account managers. Wait, what is this video from? Oh, literally yesterday.
In case you couldn't tell by that montage just now, I'm a big fan of gacha games. Quite a few of them, to be precise. Those are in chronological order of when I started playing them. FGO, Girls Frontline 1,
Played that, 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 played that,
recently, Wuthering Waves. And that's not
Play
even
that.
all of them either, technically. I tried out Magia Record and Toho Lost World back in the day.
I was gonna try Toho Lost
when
World.
it comes out. Hell, by the time you see this video, it'll probably already be out. And I've
Wait,
got
what
my
the
eyes
fuck?
on 4 more.
When did he
In no
record
particular
this?
Order, Girls Frontline 2.
I'm gonna play that.
Enfield,
I'm gonna play that.
Mugen, and
I'm gonna play that.
Ashton Lilia.
I'm gonna play
Like
that.
I recently found out about Magia Record Exedra, which from the screenshots we have so far seems to basically be star rated.
I'm not gonna play that.
Characters and a 5 character.
I'm not crazy about Mahou
So
Shoujo.
out of morbid curiosity, I'll try
Shit,
that out
you
once
know?
it comes out later this year. Second addendum, I'll also be
Madoka
trying out
Magica
NTE when
is
that game
meh.
comes out. Here's to hoping it'll do better than Tower of Fantasy, and hopefully Hotta Studio hasn't stolen even more assets from MiHoYo. Some of y'all might hear this and go, yeah, sure, whatever, buddy. There are people on Twitter who show off how many
What'd you
gacha
say,
they
little bro?
play, and
Listen,
they
I
get
don't
so many
dislike
more on
Madoka,
their
but I'm not
phones and
crazy
whatever.
about it.
Oh,
You know,
don't
I'm
you
not about to
worry,
play
I
an
know
IP
about those
game.
tweets too. And sure, the sheer number of gachas they got looks impressive until you realize that usually more than half their games haven't even been updated in months. Nah, little bro, that ain't shit. Cause you know why? Any little dipshit can download a whole bunch of gacha games and tweet a picture of their phone saying that they're addicted to gacha games. Your name can be Lakari, and you can scream all you want about how you're the Lord of Gacha or whatever, whenever you're not pissing yourself in League or Epic 7 PvP. My question is, how many gacha games do you actually play? As in, not even just logging in, I mean keeping up with the content, like doing your dailies, rolling for new characters on a regular basis, unless you're saving for a future character, of course, completing events, etc. Cause that's exactly what I've done with almost all my gachas for the past 7 years. Take a closer look for yourselves.
Fob could never? What do you mean? I play my own gachas. Alright? I ain't got nobody else playing my gachas for me. Except for Epic 7. But I don't really play the game. I swear I just collect in that game. Oh my god, Girls Frontline 1 gameplay. This is such a throwback. I miss Girls Frontline 1, man. Oh, I kind of want to go back to Blue Archive. Snowbreak. Oh, Zelzel, let's go!
Alright, so you get the idea. I'm kind of big on gachas, but why does that matter? Well, remember how I said earlier that any random motherfucker can pretend like they have a gacha?
You think
and
Toho
shit,
plays anything
right?
but
Well, ever
gachas?
since
Like
Genshin
League and
Impact
stuff?
came
I
out
don't think he
and made
does.
the gacha genre explode into mainstream popularity, I've seen a lot of new people enter the scene, both normal players and content creators alike. And holy fucking shit, the sheer amount of cluelessness people have when it comes to gacha games is mind-blowing, dude. Granted, a lot of these newcomers have never played gacha games before. Hell, most of them probably didn't even know what a gacha game was before Genshin Impact showed up. So, of course, that was always
Chad, he's not talking about me. I've been playing gachas long before. I've been playing gachas, like, my literally first gacha game was, okay, not before some of you guys were born, but pretty long ago.
gonna be some dumb shit, sure. But that doesn't make the fact that, you know, some, more like a lot, of takes and interactions I see out there on Twitter and other social media platforms any less fucking brain dead. And as a gacha CC myself, I see a lot of these so-called gacha content creators, even though the only gacha games that they actually play are Hoyoverse games and Wuwa. Gee, I wonder why that is. And the only other content that's related to gacha that they consume
What do you
are
mean, caught? I play watch those. What do you mean? Hello?
Either from sponsors or trailers that they watch for easy React Andy content. Your name can be
Chat, that's not me. That's not me.
gold, and you can shit all over Zenless Zone Zero, and yet still think it's a good idea for some reason to spend enough money for E6 Daniel Alter and Honkai Star Rail? Jesus, I guess MiHoYo sponsorship money really does hit different, huh? How about you stick to talking about MMOs and doing your best Moist Critical impression, talking about whatever the hot topic of the internet is at the moment, Zach? So, unfortunately for the gacha game community as a whole, most of the streamers or YouTubers you know or even watch can only really talk about gacha games through the lens of a big name one like Genshin, Star Rail, or now
See, that ain't me. I've been playing gacha since fucking 2013, buddy.
most recently Wuwa. And while those are some of the biggest gacha games out there, sure, they're by no means the only ones. Like, would you believe it when I tell you that gacha games as
Asmund fell off hard today? Wait, why? What the fuck did Asmund do? Huh?
whole are so much more than just Hoyoverse and Kuro game. Even for the content creators who have a history with gacha games of their own, even
Went full racism. What the fuck?
Consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people. They have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way. They'd be doing the same thing. And how much did they kill? As many as they can.
I feel like Asmund's one of those people who would think everybody in India are within the same like culture / religion. You know, I feel like he has a giga American take on these things. Like he just isn't exposed to like a lot of things unless he reacts to something on the internet. You know, he's like so American. It's kind of like when I hear Tectone talk about like Asia stuff. Like Tectone also like kind of has a very like American perspective on a lot of Asia stuff. You know.
They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing. That's it. Just takes enough. That's right.
Okay, like this, yeah. I hate when people do this. I hate when people go like, "Oh my god, this tweet went viral. Check out this and this and this and this." I hate when people do that. Can people just stop? Like, bro, like, shut up.
These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways.
I feel like these are just very American takes. Which, like, you can't blame, you know, you can't blame them because they grew up in America, so like you're not really gonna know anything else besides America. So I mean, yeah, you can blame him for sure, but it's like I've just come to accept as a, you know, as a first generation immigrant family to America that Americans just are really dumb about what's going on in the rest of the world. I'm not defending it. I'm not. It's really fucking stupid. But, like, that's why I specifically said Asmund would be someone who, if you asked him about India, he would probably think everybody believes the same thing in India, which is not fucking true, right? The amount of fucking different religions and cultures in India alone is fucking ridiculous, right? But, like, a lot of Americans don't fucking know that, right? Hell, everybody in America thinks all of China just speak Chinese, you know? Like, half of America doesn't even know the difference between North and South Korea. Like, this is what I'm saying, right? They're just really fucking ignorant. And after 30 years here in America, I've pretty much accepted that, like, Americans are generally really fucking ignorant about anything that goes on outside of their borders. And that's just a fucking reality. So I stop being pissed at them. I just go like, oh, it's just being American, you know? He can be American and do his own research and stuff. Keeping being a dumbass is his own fault. Yeah, for sure, right? But, like, Americans doing research? Good one. Let me know when that happens.
even before Genshin Impact was a thing, I'd like to ask, how many of them still play their old gachas now? For example, I knew Tectone back when he still made Arknights content. He doesn't anymore, obviously, but hell, it wasn't that long ago that he played Nikke and shipped up.
You know, it would be hilarious if Tectone started making Arknights content again, but, you know, I don't think he ever will. It would be funny.
Even sent him some kind of like swag box or something, if I recall correctly. And when was the last time he played Nikke on stream? I know Fob Masters played gachas for even longer than I have technically, but as far as I'm aware, the only ones he actually keeps up with now are, you guessed it, Hoyoverse and Wuwa. I'm aware Mr. Poke.
Whoa, that is not true. That's not true. Okay. Wrong. I did recently get caught up back to FGO, right? And I do kind of spend time on Nikke. I do spend time on other gacha games as well. Wrong? Hey, listen, Toe Sniper, it's not my fault I got a girlfriend, buddy, okay? Let me know how many gachas of your 11 gachas you keep up with once you get a girlfriend. Oh, wait, all you have are body pills.
He came from gachas and Counterside before he made a name for himself in Star Rail, but again, does he keep up with his older games, or has he ditched them completely now that he gets thousands of people watch him play?
Whoa, 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 let's clarify this. Poke does play the games. Through account manager.
The more popular ones. For the record, my intention isn't to like go after anyone in particular. Again, I'm just using the ones that I mentioned so far as examples. But even if they do keep up with their older gacha games, then let me ask, how many of them do they still play? Is it as autistic as my own gacha account, where it's now devolved into like the double digits? Oh, and by the way, their job is to be a content creator, by the way, while I'm currently stuck in a shitty 9-to-5 that takes me out of the house for almost half the day. Because I don't know about them, but
I think that's like
You still keep up with all the gotcha while having 9-to-5 job, unlike you, Fob.
Well, no, I did that too. I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you pretending like I didn't have a 9-to-5 job before streaming? What the fuck? Anyway, like, hello? I used to do a 9-to-5 job and stream too. So, anyways, right? I think this is a half stinky point because like I have someone like managing my Epic 7 account, right? But like I don't stream it because I'm just not like I'm not really like an Epic 7 content creator, and I don't really want to stream Epic 7 stuff, right? And like do I play FGO here and there, and do I play like other gacha games? Sure. But like do I want to stream them all the time? Not really. You know? Like just because I play a gacha game does not mean I want to stream it. Right? Like that's the difference, because it's like it doesn't really make sense. Because one, not every gacha game is as streamable as, let's be honest, I think everybody can agree Wuwa and Genshin are infinitely more streamable than, let's say, FGO. Or let's say I could name like a plethora of other gacha games, but it's just like, because of the nature of how Wuwa and Genshin work and how you could just turn off your brain, just stare at chat and mash buttons while killing shit randomly, right? It's very easy to stream and talk while doing that, right? Whereas like other gacha games, I think, are gacha games that you do have to be a little bit more locked in, right? I can't do a solo raid stream on Nikke and still like talk with chat, right? I have to pretty much be locked in and be playing like as well as I can be. Right? So it's just like, it's very different. Now, obviously, there are a lot of gacha games that have autoplay, right? So it's like a bit more streamable, but as much as I would love to autoplay FGO on stream, I'm pretty sure that's how I would get banned, because that's a third-party application, and I can't do that.
FGO is my oldest gacha game, the very first one I started 7 years ago at this point, and I'm still playing that shit. Archetype Earth and Proto Merlin are right around the corner after all, so I can't stop now. Matter of fact, I made a whole ass video detailing—
Nah, but he's ill. Alright, listen, no, Toho's ill. He plays FGO, NA, and JP. That's like, playing one of them is already ill. But playing both of them is like, terminal. You know?
Personal history with all the gacha games that I play and where I'm at with those games today. If you want to check that out, link in the description or at the end of the video. So naturally,
he's at NA only? Wait, he never played JP? Really? Holy shit. What the fuck? Why did I always think Toho played JP? Oh, damn.
A lot to yap about when it comes to gacha.
Interesting.
And not only do I come at them from a different angle than most of the
Okay,
gachas—
never mind. He's only ill. He's not terminal.
CCs you know, but also I ain't afraid to talk about shit that most others simply won't. Some of the things I've talked about on stream before or in videos on this channel are how to improve Genshin Impact as a game, why Arknights is the
Who the fuck doesn't talk about this? Besides, like, Genshin exclusive streamers.
improve Genshin Impact as a game, why Arknights is the best gacha game you can play right now.
That is that's a hard opinion. That's giga subjective. No, chat. The reason I say it's giga subjective is he's not wrong that Arknights is a very good game, but there's also a lot of fucking people who are like action brain rotted, and Arknights is just too slow for them, right? Arknights is like it's a tower defense game, and not a lot of people like tower defense games, you know? So it's the same way not a lot of people like, you know, will like turn-based versus action combat, or let's say fucking you know, Nikkei or whatnot. I've literally had people who fucking didn't bow shit on me on Twitter for liking playing Nikkei because it's a goddamn portrait mode game on the phone. Like, there's people I've heard literally give me shit for liking Nikkei when it's a portrait mode game, which is like crazy to me, by the way. But like, you know, there's just always going to be opinions and people dislike certain things. So
the differences between old school and new age gacha games,
I guess there's a good amount of differences.
what direction I want gacha games to go in, my thoughts on Wuthering Wave
The direction we want gacha games to go in. No longer be gacha. True, that's the only direction it should be going.
as a Genshin clone, why meta in gacha games is overblown as fuck, and why I think
Yeah.
Panakony story in Star Rail
Panakony? I've never heard anybody call Penacony Panakony. That's a funny way to say it.
was painfully mid. The Hoyoverse fanboys aren't gonna like that last one, are they? I think that the single
Nah, who
biggest
cares?
thing
It's
that
a
you
fucking
should take away
gacha
from
story, bro. Like, all gacha stories are mid. Like, whenever we say Penacony was good, it's in reference and like in the context of other gacha stories. It's not in the context of like fucking like, you know, masterpieces.
this video is the fact that I've played so many gacha games for so long that I basically have no choice but to be real with you when it comes to anything gacha. It's to the point where I've never taken a sponsor to play a gacha game before, and I probably never will because gacha games can be bullshit, and I don't want people out
I think that's like weird. What do you call it? Weird. What do you call it? Not a flex. It's a weird, like, yeah, high road, like high horse he's sitting on there, because I'll be completely honest, chat. There have been very few gacha sponsors I've taken where they say I can't be critical. Like, I don't think there's ever been a gacha sponsor I've taken where they say I can't be critical. Right? Like, you guys have seen me take a lot of gacha sponsors, and why do you say -1 sponsor? Because I say shit. Like, midway through a war sponsor, I'd be like, what the fuck is this, Kuro, you stupid fucking and it's because I'm allowed to say that, right? You as a creator are at that, it's up to you. If you accept a sponsor that says you can't be critical, that's up to you, right? That's on you. That's not on the fucking viewers. Nobody said you can't take sponsors. You can take sponsors, just negotiate the fucking terms, right? There's tons of sponsors that allow you to say whatever you want, you know? So Farina's character arc was one of my favorites in any game I played, gacha or not. Yeah, I really liked Farina's character arc, but Farina's character arc isn't the entire story, right? It was just a part of the story, so you can't say you loved the story. Farina's character arc was really enjoyable. Yeah, but small CC suck the D sponsor? No, I think even at smaller CCs you can negotiate, right? Is it only at #ad segment? What do you mean? Okay, but like, who cares? What exactly is the issue here? No, it's just like, it just comes off as like weird, or like, I guess like some weird ego when you say like, oh, I don't take any sponsors because I want to be honest and truthful and factual all the time. But like, there's plenty of sponsors where you can do that. So
you're making the same mistakes that I have over the years, besides making the biggest mistake of picking up gacha games to begin with, of course. The vast majority of other gacha game CCs out there either have contracts with gacha game developers in some way, like through sponsored streams or voice acting work, or they simply don't have the same breadth of knowledge and experience as I do, not for now at least. So it's almost like an obligation of sorts to me at this point that I start making videos like these. As we all know, Genshin Impact was what truly made gacha mainstream, but Genshin was such a huge runaway success that it caused the gacha genre to escape their usual audience, and to this day you'll still get a ton of people out there whose only or one of the
To be fair, negotiating those terms is very dependent on a person. You might get treated better than some. No. You want to know why? This is why I always talk about these things. This is why I always give recommendations to new creators and stuff like that. It's because there's a reason lots of companies take advantage of creators. You want to know why? Creators are pussies. Their vast majority of them are giga introverted, fucking shut-ins. They were losers that played video games growing up because they wanted to get away from life, aka me, right? And because of that, they're afraid of conflict. They're afraid of fucking confronting someone, confronting a sponsor, confronting a brand about, like, why do you think I took a body pillow sponsor for free? Back then, I was scared. I was like, oh, shit, man. Oh, new sponsor. I don't want to ruin this. Like, okay, yeah, I'll do it for free. You're going to send me the pillow? Okay, cool. Like, again, I was like that. But then, like, as I grew, I was like, holy shit, you literally just have to do a little pushback and a lot of these companies will buckle. Right? And sure, if they don't buckle, you could be like, okay, I'm down to negotiate. If not, we could talk from there. But like I would say, from my experience, 90% or more of new creators are too afraid to even ask that first question. Right? But they don't know that asking that first question can get them so much more wiggle room. But, like, because a lot of these companies know that people are too afraid to ask that first question, they take advantage of that and make crappy terms or fucking shitty-ass fucking, requirements. That's why you should always push the envelope a little, right? That's why I always, when a fucking sponsor reaches out to me and tells me they want to pay me this for the fucking, amount, I'm always, like, highball a little bit. I'm like, oh, how about fucking insert double the amount? How about this? But I'm willing to negotiate, right? You always highball and then you put in at the end, I'm willing to negotiate because, sure, if they reject it, it's like, okay, maybe we can middle ground. We can work on this. But, like, if you don't say anything, you just accept the low ball, then you're just fucked,
The only gacha games that they play.
Bro, spilling is strat? No, this is not some spilling of stress. This is something every fucking creator should learn and should know. This is why I always said it's shitty as a content creator nowadays, or just like any content creator anytime, because there's no playbook. There's no like guide. There's no fucking, WikiHow or something about how to be a content creator. You could only learn from the mistakes you make as you grow as a content creator, which is kind of shitty, because then a lot of people are fucking making mistakes and getting fucking, scammed.
So my goal is to try to be a bridge of sorts to connect the Hoyoverse and now the Wuwa audience to the rest of the gacha genre. The big gachas are so big that they're pretty much outliers as far as gacha games go in terms of how much popularity they have and how much social media attention that they get compared to, most other gacha games, which means that you get some really weird takes and dumb shit that come crawling out of the woodwork. To be fair, you're always going to get weird shit whenever a community for anything online gets to be big enough, but hey, I've sat back for long enough watching enough people, put out enough brain-dead takes on social media, so it's about time I did something about it myself. And as far as I see, ain't nobody else out there who's better qualified to put out some hot gotcha takes than me. And I'm not trying to be a dick, I'm just being real. That, and given all the somewhat recent
Can we hear a take then?
Drama that's been going down for about the past half a year, this community needs some actual halfway decent content creators ASAP. You know what? Fuck it. Us gacha CCs seem to love farming drama. I mean, just go look at Techie's YouTube channel, for God's sake. And I ain't so above it all myself. Hey, I got Sniper in my name after all. So what
was the time frame in which he recorded this? He suddenly grew a beard and mustache, or goatee and mustache.
Let me take a few shots too. MTash constantly saying that he's gonna quit a gacha game, especially after he loses a fucking coin.
Yeah, MTash has been streaming Star Rail again as like some like subathon, donathon type of punishment game thing he's been doing.
Coin flip channels with names like Gacha Gamer, and yet 99% of the content is nothing but Hoyoverse and or Wuwa. Streamers playing a whole
yeah, but he's Gacha Gamer started with Genshin, I'm pretty sure. So like it's always been like that.
Bunch of different gacha games for a month each, or hell, even just a day, and then thinking they know enough about them to somehow make a whole ass tier list out of them. Fob Master trying to play FGO, Envy having a
whoa, bitch! You try fucking play FGO Arcade. This shit's hard. This is FGO Arcade, not FGO, but I've seen Fob play normal FGO. Okay, to be fair though, you try taking a fucking like 2-year break from FGO and coming back. You don't know. I don't know what the fuck any of those servants do. Also, I'm playing on JP, you motherfucker Toho. You play on NA. You can read what the fuck everything does. I have to Google Translate everything, you fucko. This guy can't call me out. He plays on the fucking server where you can read. I play on a server where I can't read anything, okay?
Envy having an inflated ass ego all because he doesn't spend money
Aren't
on
you Japanese? No, I'm Korean.
a fucking phone game like that's supposed to be some kind of achievement.
I should be the only mother.
Oh my god, this
in the
clip.
Genshin community because I don't spend money on Genshin Impact.
Tectone attempting to not soyjack in every other thumbnail of his YouTube videos, challenge impossible, and Lakari having
Bro, when is Tectone gonna take new thumbnail pictures? I'm so tired of this stupid ass fucking like 3 faces he uses.
brain dead takes about gacha, such as how Wuthering Waves is dead.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it was crazy to me. Bro, like, Tectone was talking about, like, the OGs of gacha, and he said Lakari. But, like, he doesn't know Lakari didn't start playing gacha games until, like, fucking 2020. And it was only Epic 7, and then Genshin. Like, bro, the fucking, his friend circle glaze there was crazy. Like, okay, alright, Tectone, I get it, Lakari's a good friend. But that is the craziest glaze I've ever heard, because that's just not right. That's just true. Yeah, he did Epic 7 after Genshin. This is what I'm starting to say. Lakari didn't even play gachas till post Genshin. Right? Like, what is bro is fucking zip it up after Tectone. God damn.
Just because Genazod isn't playing it. Because roasting Lakari's ass once already clearly wasn't enough. And these are the kinds of people you watch for gacha content? Jesus fucking Christ, no wonder people shit on gacha games so damn much. But I think you get—
Who shits on gacha games? You know what the funny thing is? I think that most people who shit on gacha games are gacha players. That's the funny thing. I never really hear about, like, non-gacha players even talking about gacha games. The only people who shit on gacha games are self-gacha players. They shit on other gacha games that they don't play. Like, literally, I've never heard a non-gacha player talk about gacha games and shit on them. It is, like, so out of, like, it doesn't happen, you know?
Get the point. So now it's time for me to terrorize the gacha community from here on out and show all you Hoyotards what the real gacha experience is like.
Almost
And
a month,
hopefully
buddy?
it'll
What is
be
this?
better than whatever bullshit y'all have
Yeah,
to deal with
yeah,
for the past 4
yeah.
weeks. So if you want to come along for the ride, make sure to
Okay, to
subscribe
be fair, 2 weeks of those 25 days, I've been overseas, all right? And I barely played any gachas over there.
to the channel down below. I'll have videos coming out shortly talking
Trust
about
me, chat. If while in Japan or Korea, if I whipped out my phone and started playing gacha games, Lily would be done with me, all right? Because the whole point of Japan was that I stream in the mornings and I spent time with her for the rest of the day. If I fucking whip out my phone and start playing gacha games,
a variety of gacha stuff. And hey, maybe y'all can even suggest stuff for me to talk about in future videos down in the comments below. I also
Same one excuse, chat. You guys don't understand. When I'm in the States, literally when Lily and I go to eat dinner and Lily's like, oh, we're going on to dinner day. I'm like, yeah. And then we're waiting for food and I pop out my phone and play gacha games. Like, Lily has to put up with that here. So, like, when we're traveling and on vacation, sort of, then, you know, I can't, you know, I gotta give her more time, right?
Stream to both YouTube and Twitch, so that way you guys can watch me wherever you want. Tuhu on YouTube and Toho Sniper98 on
Bro,
Twitch.
you didn't even
So
have
stop
any hot takes. Let me know when Toho actually gives some hot takes. There's not enough hot takes there. Oh, he's live right now. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 gacha games on here. And only one's really moving. Toho, we're gonna need a couple more.
Guys? Okay, I instantly know what to do.
We're gonna need you to be multi-clicking on all of them right now. This is not enough. Can't believe Hoyo game is the biggest on the
what's
screen
that?
here.
Give us the Panakani enemies? Oh, you shouldn't have.
Oh, he actually says Panakani. That's actually kind of a cool way to say Penacony, but like it sounds like it's like saying aluminum, or it's like saying aluminium instead of aluminum. Right? It kind of sounds like that type of difference. I don't know. Panakony? Yeah. Panakony, bro, he has every meta unit. I'm pretty sure he plays HSR very actively. It is aluminum, though? Well, no, it's aluminum. It's not aluminium. Aluminium just sounds, like, overly fucking cool for a fucking metal. Peanut Coney, yeah. NA education is, shut up, all right? It's aluminum. It's not aluminium, motherfuckers. Get that shit out of here. Aluminum versus aluminium isn't just a difference in accents, it's a completely different spelling. Just like how fucking Japan spells McDonald's as a McDonald's and Korea is a McDonald's. Okay, that I don't think Japan spells like. All right, I think you're just making that up. But okay. Sure, whatever you say, buddy. I don't think that's a thing, but chat, they don't. Okay, I mean, they do, I guess, but, like, not in the way you think, alright? They literally do? Okay, that is not the spelling, you fucking idiots. This is the phonetics. Like, that is not spelling. They don't, like, that's just how, no shit, okay? English and Western languages are very rounded. They roll, right? Asian languages are very articulate. So no shit, they'll have to fucking do makudonarudo. Right? Like Korean has to say McDonald's. Like obviously they have to fucking take a much more articulate like square language and then use multiple like anyways, all right. Yeah, no one said they don't. Okay, but you know what I mean. Yeah, they call it makudo or maku depending on the region. In Arabic we say aluminum. Aluminum? Okay, we don't spell it like aluminum, like that, you know? It's still spelled normally. In Portuguese, it's aluminio. The way you said it, it's wrong. Okay, motherfucker, I'm not speaking Portuguese, am I? I'm speaking English. Alright? What are you saying? Bro told me I'm saying it wrong when I'm not even speaking Portuguese. The fuck?